Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the GonzoEwok channel with me, Gonzo, for episode 9 of our RimWorld playthrough. First of all, I should probably start with somewhat of an apology. I was checking our YouTube channel. I think the last time I uploaded an episode of this was 4 months ago, would you believe? It's insane, absolutely insane, so I do apologise for that. If you've watched any of the recent videos that have been going up on the channel, the Mountain Blade videos that me and Ewok recorded, I've been mad busy at work, been snowed under with my daughter as well, taking care of her. So I just haven't had a chance to do really much video gaming, never mind much recording. But I have found myself with a week off work, and I figured what better thing to do with my time off than to put a few videos together for you guys. So what I'm hoping to do today is get a few bits and pieces recorded, and then hopefully it means that you'll see some stuff from Gonzo on the channel, which will be nice. Okay, it's been 4 months, so let's pick up where we were. We've got a heat wave going on outside. It was hitting temperatures of over 50 degrees. That started coming down a little bit over the night, and we've got some fog on the go, but it's still very hot outside. Everybody's been getting the shits too. We've got food poisoning. Trader has been doing cookery. She's at level 3 at the moment, and we need to get her leveled up so she doesn't give her food poisoning anymore. Unfortunately, it means we're eating a lot of dodgy stuff, and it is making me feel ill. We've expanded out our stockpile here a little bit as well, which is very canny. I think everything is sort of doing all right, but of course we have hit a bit of a slow spot really from memory. Nothing really much was happening. Oh, Puddles. Puddles is still all right. I've missed you. Haven't seen you in months. Don't slaughter. Also, you might notice the music is kicking in. I've done a little bit of sound balancing and actually done my homework. Instead of just setting up the microphone and starting to record, I actually did some testing to make sure everything sounded alright. So let us know what you think. Hopefully this is a pretty good setup. You'll get a little bit of the music, bit of the sound effects, might need to adjust it. And hopefully you'll still be able to hear my dulcet tones coming in your ears. Okay then, so this episode, I have been giving it some thought. That is bloody loud, you know. Knock it down a touch. Hopefully that's alright. So I have been giving it some thought. What I'm thinking of doing today is to turn this little building that we've got here into a little bit of a prison. It dawns on us that at some point we are going to get a raid. Now, we might kill those raiders outright. What we also might do though, however, is we may end up injuring a few, and we may want to put them in prison cells. At the moment, we have got a prison cell spot in here, but it's very inefficient. That's a big room to put one person in. So what I'm thinking then is I might partition these off into little cells, lock them off. It's like playing Prison Architect again. And in doing so, that gives us the capacity to maybe put 3 or 4 prisoners, maybe a few more in here, and it shouldn't cost much by way of resources to do. So that's kind of first order of business, I think. Another thing that I should point out is we're currently playing Alpha 16, however, very recently, within probably a few days of you seeing this, Alpha 17 of RimWorld's been pushed out as well. Now, I did try our save, and I did try to bring the save across on Alpha 17. They're not compatible, so I've rolled back my version, and I'm sticking with Alpha 16 here. Thing that's worth probably pointing out with Alpha 17 is it's brought a lot of new features, which I'm really keen to get involved with. I'll run you through, just let you know what's available and what's been worked on. But yeah, I'm keen to get stuck into them, but I don't want to lose this save because it's taken me 8 episodes to get to this point. I don't want to just start again and have 8 episodes where nothing really much is happening, just doing the basics. So Alpha 17, it's added a lot of new stuff onto the map. So there's rivers, there's roads, which makes it more interesting when you go out caravanning. We haven't done that, and to be honest, I haven't done that in any of my solo play off camera either, so I'm quite keen to get involved in that, but I think that'll take a bit of preparation. There's also loads of new events that happen on the world as well, so for instance, you might get a settlement asking for some materials, and you can do a bit of a trade and maybe make a little bit of extra cash, or maybe get some slightly better goods by doing particular trade requests with other settlements. You might get asked to do a raid of a bandit camp. A bandit camp might sprung up and cause a little bit of bother for some of the local settlements, and they might pay you or reward you for going to take it out. Things like there can be random stashes of items that you hear about that might be hidden somewhere on a map. You go and explore, and there might be some events that come out of that, potential dangers. Even things like if you send a caravan out, you can have random encounters, so you might come across a bunch of bandits that are like, give all your stuff, and you either do that or you say definitely not, and you go and kick them in. Havoc's woke up there. He's doing a bit of stargazing. He seems to like being down there.
I'm having trouble connecting.
For fuck's sake, Alexa, what are you doing?
The help section in your Alexa app.
This thing causes nothing but friggin' bother. We got this a few months ago. My wife won an Amazon Echo in a competition, and it's great for playing music and setting timers and that kind of business. However, when you've got a Geordie accent like mine, she doesn't understand what the hell I'm talking about half the time, and she also clearly just listens into conversations, and when she hears something like Bebexa, she thinks I'm talking about it, and then she'll chip in. See, she's doing it again. Hang on, I'm turning her down. Shut up! For God's sake. Yeah, my internet's been down for a few days, so she's not connected to the internet anymore. I've just literally gotten a new router this morning, though, and touch wood, everything seems to be fine. So it means I can record this and actually get the thing uploaded. So that should be canny. Yeah, so I'm aware that I've just been talking here and staring at a blank screen, but as you can see, our settlers are waking up. Chiro doing. I think he's fixing the last of the floors in here. That's pretty cool. Lumi and Trader still asleep. Havoc's just mission around. Oh, he's doing a bit of building. Good for him. Stocking up the Jenny with a bit of wood as well. Yeah, so what else is in Alpha 17? A few quality of life improvements. So things like if, say for instance, Havoc here has got an order to go and, I don't know, collect something, or he's going to build something, and I wanted somebody else to do it. Now I can just right click and say, right, you do it instead. Previously you couldn't do that, so that's quite nice. Also things like if you've got, you know, like we've got, probably easier to do it on the stove. We've got like a bill here, and it's got like, right, we want to cook 8 meals. At the minute we've got 4, and we've said, right, cook 8 of them. What used to happen, or what will happen in this version, is once we drop to 7 or 6, somebody like Trader, as you can see now, will say, right, we've got to top that up to 8. They've made it so you can say, actually, you know what, let it drop to 4 before you think about, you know, maybe doing a bit of batch cookery, which is really nice. It makes things way more efficient. It's things like new vegetation. You can get what's called ambrosia, which is like an addictive plant that can spring up on your map, but it's very nourishing. So it's a bit kind of risk reward to take it. Things like auto shotties, that'll be good, an auto shotgun, as well as loads of like rebalancing and stuff like that. In any event, we've spoken long enough about kind of what's coming in Alpha 17. Hopefully at some point we'll get to see them, but as I said, kind of stuck in Alpha 16 here. I haven't touched this in 4 months, so I need to try and remember what I'm doing. I want to get rid of this bed first, so I can shift that. Then what I want to do is get some walls. Where's my walls? How much wood we got? Not a huge amount. We've actually got loads of steel, but not much wood. What I'm thinking is, oh, that's a bit crap, isn't it? Do I like that? Just pause it a second. I'm not sure I like that. How can we break this up? I don't want to give these guys much space, you know. I mean, it's not a prison camp at the end of the day. Maybe something like that. This is probably feeling like Prison Architect now. Could we do the same? Like down here? Something like that. I think that might work, you know. And then we can put our beds in here and then put a door on. Yeah, I think that'll work all right. I think there might be, if you put them in if their prison cell's impressive and you try to convert them and basically try and recruit them for your colony, I think there's a better chance if you're treating them nicer. To be honest, I'm going to lock them up, give them an option, and if they don't, I'll either execute them or just kick them out. So we'll see what happens there. Oh, pardon me, bit of a cough on. Yeah, so on the channel you've had some Mount and Blade videos. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the first one. That went up yesterday at the time of recording. Today I went across to GonzoEwok for the day, which was very canny. We recorded 4 of those, so there will be more coming up. There are other ones that are a little bit longer. That one was more just a test to see how the recording was going to go. See if we could do the picture-in-picture thing. Something a bit different for the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We really enjoyed playing it. I haven't seen Ewok in months either, so it was really good catching up with him. He then made us some of his special burgers. He's got his recipe down pat. That was very tasty. And then, believe it or not, in the afternoon, instead of doing any more recording, which was the plan, we ended up playing a game of Warhammer 40,000. I picked up, there's an 8th edition of Warhammer 40,000 came out recently. I've been building and painting models for the past few years, but really just for the painting and something to do in my spare time, really. Not that I get much of it. But when the 8th edition came out, I picked it up, mainly just because it was a really good deal on the models, but I quite like the rules. So me and Ewok used to play when we were like young teenagers, so I picked it up and we had a game yesterday. And you know what? Ewok won quite convincingly, but it was really, really good fun. Really enjoyed it. So we were at one point considering setting up a webcam and recording and maybe doing something completely different on the channel and doing some very basic Warhammer kind of like battle reps. Not sure if there's going to be any interest in that, or maybe if that's something that belongs on a second channel, but it'd be great to hear your thoughts if you'd like to see that, or, you know, do you think that that's something that we could put on the GonzoEwok channel, or should we maybe look at maybe doing that maybe somewhere else, you know? We've got Trader here. She's finished cooking all her poisonous meals, and she's now cleaning out this building, which is canny enough. Temperatures came down, heat waves over, that's good. Glad to see that. So yeah, really we just need a good tidy up, sorting out materials here. We do have research on the go, I think, didn't we? What are we researching? Got refining. Really what I'd like some turrets. If we can get turrets in place by the time we're attacked, that would be awesome. But they're quite a far bit of a distance away. If we look at researching that, currently we've said to research that, but nobody's really started with it. This doesn't take a huge amount of research points. You can see refining, which we have got set, it'll take 1200. Takes 700 to do that. Yeah, you know what? Switch researching. What would refining get with? Make chem fuel from wood. Now, yeah, definitely that would be handy if we could do that, because we are using the wooden generator. So that's not a bad idea at all. But you know what? I think I'd like to see some turrets up here, and maybe make like another sandbag enclosure down here and just protect the doors. That might not be a bad idea. If you remember, we blocked off here. Could maybe block off here as well. Really what we want to do is funnel people into a kill zone full of turrets. You know, and then really we don't put ourselves at much risk at all. We just sit behind some sandbags taking pot shots and let the turrets do the work. Now, turrets do take a fair old bit of electricity when they get going, so I'm not quite sure how that'll work. Once we've got a few of them down, we'll probably need to do something about the power. We've got wind, we've got the Jenny, but we might need solar panels. We've got a geothermal vent up here, so we could put like a big beastie geothermal plant on top of that, and that would give us a shed load of electricity. Speaking of power though, just while we're jobbing on, it'd be quite nice if we could... That is definitely a battery. Maybe chuck a battery down as well, so we've got these all linked up. Maybe get another one in there. Got to be careful with batteries, because if they explode, I don't want a chain reaction where everything in this room detonates, because that would probably, if Havoc was in bed, take him out and put a massive hole in here. So we've got to be a little bit careful about it. Good old Lumi. You can always rely on Lumi to get stuff done. Go on. Good girl. So, hopefully, that'll very slowly start charging, which will be nice. Do we want maybe another windmill while we're at it? I don't think there's any harm in chucking one down either. 100 steel. We've got loads of steel. How are we doing for components? 33. Yeah, I'm quite happy with chucking another one of them down. Cool. So if somebody can crack on with that, that would be quite nice. So yeah, so we recorded some Mountain Blade for the channel. That was really cool. Had a game of Warhammer, which again was really cool. Way more fun than I thought it was going to be once I got over that initial kind of like, even by my standards, this is a very geeky thing to be doing. So it was great to actually get that on the go, and yeah, really enjoyed it. I play Space Wolves for people who follow Warhammer 40,000. And we're using the box set stuff, so you've got the big Marines that come in the box, and you also get Death Card, like the sort of Nurgly Chaos Space Marines. So Ewok was played as them, the baddies. Back in the day, I used to play as Orcs. And I'm trying to persuade him to buy some Orcs, but obviously they're quite expensive. And I believe at one point his missus bought him some, and then he didn't have the patience to paint them, and ended up slinging them. And then I said, do you fancy buying some? And I think his missus looked as though she was going to kill him. So I don't think we're going to see him do that. But I'm going to keep at him anyway, it'd be good. We've got one in a bunker. Alright, here we go. See if we get this windmill up and make sure I've put it down in the right direction. How are we doing for plants? Still warm, corn, rice, we've got heel root on the go, and we've also got a little tree farm. That's right, we made that so we could start harvesting more own lumber. Some agave there. Got some other plants around. Ship chunk, I think that might give what either steel or it might give us components. So I haven't got a huge amount of components now that we're building stuff. I would like some more of those. Generally in games that I've played previously, I usually find components is what causes a bottleneck. And certainly once we start getting slightly more advanced technology, we are going to need a bunch of those. You know what, I know these cells are wooden, but it'll be alright. We're not putting beds in there, we're just going to designate like sleeping spots. So that's under furniture, sleeping spot. Havoc's gotten food poisoning, what a surprise. Even after Shredder's leveled up, we're going to end up with like... Well, we'll cook 8 meals, but we're going to end up with a stockpile of dodgy food in here, which isn't great. For prisoners... Cool, so once they've got doors on, this bit will stop flashing yellow. It's flashing yellow to say this is a prisoner area. If there was a prisoner in here, those guys wouldn't want to go in because the prisoner would be unsecured. So we'll see in a second. Once again, you'll notice that's Lumi doing the work. I mean, Havoc did some of the heavy lifting, but there, you see that's a self-contained prison cell there, which is cool. And there's another one. I doubt we're going to need 5 of them, but it's always worth future-proofing. So, other things we should probably do. I would like to get this sorted. Now, the floor that we'll need here, as I think I mentioned in the last video, having quickly just re-watched it to try and remember what the hell we were doing, we'll need to put down probably like silver tiles. Is it silver? There's a sterile one, I'm sure. It's just called sterile tiles, but it uses silver and steel. How are we doing? We've got 800 silver. And we've got loads of steel, so we could maybe... That would use most of our silver, which is basically our currency. But you know what? I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I'm also probably going to take that out and just replace it. Even though that is a very strong material, as we talked about last time in the last video. I want that steel in my stockpile. It's not urgent because we have got lots of it there, but just to kind of neaten things up. You know, I'm a bit of a stickler for how things look. Same as like in here, I'd probably want to dig these out and make these wood. This one being an external wall, I'd probably want to keep that some sort of stone, I'd think. We have got some stone that's... Oh no, that's uranium, Jesus. Christ, we're nuclear. Yeah, we've got a stonecutter's bench here. So we can start making dressed stone, so we could make bricks. I don't want to build a copy of that. Bills, that's the one. So we have got like a bit of a junk stockpile, if you like, of bricks. We could start making some blocks, and then we could use those to make brick walls. Now there's a point. It's not actually saying that I've got any stone in my stockpile. Oh great! Aye, that's the most expensive floor we could be putting down right now, and you've ballsed it up. Don't worry, Looney. Still love you. At least you're trying. That's the important thing. So, this is a dumping stockpile, so maybe it doesn't count that as our colony's resources. So maybe what we've got to do... Can we change that so it's not like a dumping stockpile? Can we make it a regular stockpile? But then, say, just keep stone on it? Right, so... Delete. And then stockpile, that wide, make it about yay big. Right, so this is a new stockpile, and what I want to say is clear all. Only thing that we want on here is stone chunks. I think that's right. Steel slag. You know what? Yeah, if you find steel slag, by all means, chuck it on. Nothing else will go on there. So I think that should be okay. So, does that mean that we now have marble chunks? It's not adding them. Maybe it doesn't even count chunks as like a resource. Maybe it's only once they're bricks. Yeah, we've got sandstone blocks. What's this? Marble, granite, 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 granite. So we've got some sandstone blocks, but we don't have any sandstone kicking around. So I don't think that would be enough to be able to replace one of these walls. So it's 5 sandstone blocks for 1 square. So no, that's not going to work. That's a shame. Do we need a light for the prisoners? I'm inclined to say no, but I might still just put one at the entranceway. So where we're going to find that? Chess table, billiards, furniture, standing lamp. Yeah, chuck one in there. Then we'll need power conduits. I think just running it there should be okay. Well, having a nap, so the first time this episode will speed things up a little bit. Just chill out to that music. Hopefully you can hear it now, because I know I've mentioned a few times in previous episodes, like, the music's really, really nice in this. It's really, really chilled. So, yeah, hopefully you're getting a little bit of that, and it might just fill in some of the very brief silences that I leave. I am a gobshite, and I can just talk for hours. But it makes a little bit more of a break. Ah, here we go. Here's an event. So, recruiter named Nessa Hubbard. Recruiter. Recruiter could be handy if we capture people to help them sort of join the colony if they're made of the right stuff. She's being chased by pirates from the suicidal raptors, begs for safety and offers to join your colony. She's 52. So we can't accept her. If we accept her, she'll join the colony immediately, but then we're going to have a scrap and some pirates are going to come. Now, we're not particularly kitted out for combat here. But I do like the idea of getting a new colonist who might bring other skills as well as being a recruiter. And I'm assuming a recruiter is just somebody who's got good social skills. Yeah, you know what? Come along. Hello. So this is Anessa. She's just joined the colony. She's wearing a jacket and a pair of pants. 52. Not carrying any weapons. She can't shoot, she can't melee. Brilliant. Brilliant. It's really handy. Can't do research, can't do medicine. Incapable of intellectual, violent, or caring. Has a good social skill though, so she might be quite good at persuading people to join our cause. Has a bit of a passion for construction, that's alright. Alright at growing. She has a green thumb. Chemical interest, oh that's good. So we've got pyromaniacs and now we've got a friggin' druggie here as well. Right, well she's going to need a bedroom at the very least, but do we have any kind of weapons kicking around that she can use in her stockpile? Oh no, she's incapable of everything, isn't she? She's useless. Lumi's got the rifle. Shiro's got the club. Schrader's got the pistol. Havoc's got the knife. It's your knife, like matey. It's plasteel and it's normal. That's a steel knife. So you know what? You're probably better kitted out that way. Character. Now, Shiro prefers shooting and is better at shooting than melee. We do have a bow. I think a short bow would probably count as shooting rather than anything else. What we also need to do is then, actually before everybody arrives, right, so you are set to firefight and be a patient, that's fine. Set for bed rest, set to flick switches. As a warden, yeah, most definitely. Manage, feed, chat with and recruit prisoners. Schrader's got an 8. But if we've got somebody with almost dedicated to doing that, handling animals, not really bothered by her doing it. Oh no, she's got a bit of a passion for it, so we'll let her do it. Likewise, actually, Shiro, we've just give him a bow, and he likes hunting, so that might be quite a good skill for him. He's going to go and pick himself up a bow, like that. So that might be quite handy. What else? And there's a set to grow. Yeah, we've got a quite strong group of farmers, but it's always handy having another one. Set to mine, we'll do a lot of mining, so even though she's not very good at it, we're going to keep her there. Yeah, if we need you to cut plants, both of you can do that. Can't smith, can't do any of that. Can do art, but isn't very good at it. Not that we'll really do much anyway. Yep, she can haul. That's handy. She can clean. However, we're giving her too much, where she's going to end up not doing some of the basic stuff. Because, I mean, really, if we've got somebody who can help clean the place up, that would be great. No, I think that should be alright for now. In terms of cleaning, actually, by the looks of it, because things have been quiet and we haven't been doing much, they've actually given the place a little bit of a bit spick and span. Right, so everybody's coming to get themselves some breakfast. Where is Nessa? What's that? Ostrich, squirrel. Something over here as well. Ibex. We're doing okay for food. There's that raid. Nessa, where are you? You move a bit slow. Not injured. Just going to make our way over. Raiders coming straight in. No time to prepare. We've got Trev, Lachie, and Tomzik. Light machine gun. Jesus. They're tooled up. Steel knife. Heavy SMG. So, their weapons aren't great quality, but, I mean, an LMG and an SMG are quite good weapons to have. So it'd be nice if we can kill them. He's also wearing a jacket, I believe. Armoured vest. Alright then. How are we going to do this? They're going to come up the same way that Anessa is. So they're going to come up around here. So, big open space here. Do we want them to come over here and then make use of cover, maybe? How do we play it? In the event. You're drafted. Come over here. Havoc. You're drafted. You're just going to come down here and wait to see if you can maybe stab him up. You're drafted. You're going to come down here. And then Lumi, you're drafted. You're going to come up here. Actually, was it Havoc who has the knife? Havoc, put you back here. Thankfully, they're not carrying rocket launchers or flamethrowers or molotovs or any dangerous shit like that. Otherwise, that would be a bit nasty. If we were to teach puddles to attack, that'd be quite good. We've got one square of floor done. Great. Yeah, those raiders are coming straight in there. He's a blood gamer. What the hell's a blood gamer? Ah, so it's like Hunger Games. Cool. I mean, not cool for us. He is trying to kill me, and he's actually quite good in combat. What are these like in terms of shots? Well, he's less than useless. Not worried about him. He's not bad, though. Guy with the SMG. Right. Trader. Come out here. You know what, Lumi? You come down here. Shiro, come down here. I think this stone gives it a little bit of cover. So what I'd like to do is get all to get shots off. Do you have some sort of rule? Hang on. Have I ballsed it? No, you should. Out of range. Alright. Move up. That's a hit. Okay, right, gunshot in the right leg. Pain, bleeding, needs tendon. Hasn't slowed him down though. Ooh, more shots, that's quite clutch. Torso, left arm, spine. Jesus. Yeah, he's in a lot of pain. Slowing down quite a bit. And then Schroeder just nuts him one. Nice. That went very, very well. Schroeder, what's happened to you? Cut with a knife. Your arm. What's that knife like? Not very good. Right, so they're splitting up. That's quite handy for us, because guys with SMGs I don't want anywhere near me, frankly. Havoc, you come and do the old do-si-do, because what we might be able to do is distract this fella by getting up close on his grill. I don't really want to charge the guy with a submachine gun. Their shots coming in, that's not good. Havoc, can you cut around? Shots are coming in. Yeah, so we're trying to flank them and it's flushing them out of cover. Gonna have to move in a little bit. Yeah, this cover isn't working great. Actually, Havoc, what are you like in terms of fighting? Melee a 9. You know what? I think you should just be able to charge in there in between them reloading. And then, Lumi, you're going to have to come back up here, because this guy with the LMG is moving his way around. Shiro, you'll need to be a bit closer, so I'll tell you what, you come up here. Shredder, you might as well come back up here as well, because he's going to charge in with a knife. He's in. He's in. So, yeah, he got hit by a short bow. He's been cut. He's been shot once. He's not doing great. Havoc's getting punched by him. So we're just stabbing this fool. Right, and then that's it. They're fleeing, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. There's an armoured vest on that dude. He's dead as sticks. He's dead as sticks. So yeah, I doubt now if he's running away. You know what? If any of these can like get a shot on this dude, that would be really good. Even if we can just wing him, tell him to piss off, that would be great. In the meantime, that SMG we'll want. We'll want him stripped. You no longer need to be drafted. Strip him. I mean, that's not great. It would make sense to me that if he's the guy that's going to run in and stab fools, he's the one that needs the armour. So, bing! Right, he's got some armour on. Haul that. I mean, this guy's kind of tucked away. So, both these bodies are going to need burying. Yeah, and I think he's long gone. So, undraft. Go about your business. Anessa's cooking. Anessa, are you any good at cookery? Five. Yeah, actually not bad, you know. Still 3 Shredder. You know what? We've got 2 cooks. It would be handy to level Shredder up, but we don't want people constantly getting sick. So Shredder, don't bother with cooking. Yeah, I think everything seems to be going all right here. So I think with that, as we get everybody back in, we've been recording for about half an hour. I think that's a good place to leave this. We did manage to build that, which I'm happy with. We've also gotten a new colonist. We've also managed to fight somebody off as well, which is pretty cool. Next episode, we're going to have a look at our equipment. We're going to get our guys healed up, and then we'll plan out what we're going to do next. If you've enjoyed watching the video, you can always hit that like button. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you search on Twitter or Facebook, you'll find GonzoEwok, and you can keep in touch with us there. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and we shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye.